Hi guys, welcome back to Geekzilla. Today we're going to be having a look at Z War 1.
Hi, I'm Mike, this is Goaf. So we were at ChillCon recently and we were taking a look at Z War 1's latest Kickstarter, which was Exodus, which they had set up for a playthrough. So myself and Simon had a playthrough. It was quite good, so we had a bit of a chat and decided that we were going to pick up this one. We quite like our zombie games.
Yep.
We started back in Zombies, which was the little 15 little zombies, little card game. Then discovered Zombicide, which was excellent, and then Black Plague, and so on and so forth. And the thing that's really got us about those games is progression. Is you kind of just start the game again and the next mission, which didn't have a carry through. So Z War 1 looks like it's got a progression system to it to some degree. So you play your mission through and what you have will affect your next mission. So it sounded really good. So we decided we chucked some money together and picked up a copy. They were doing a good deal at ChillCon. So this game is from Dice Sports. And I think they've got a couple of games on the go at the moment. So they've got Exodus and a Flickster game.
Yeah, the aircraft one looked quite fun actually.
We'll put a link to those items in the links below. So, Z War 1 Damnation, what makes it different? It's based around a comic book. So it comes with a comic which tells you the story of what's going on. So you read through a couple of pages of the comic, which then cuts to an action sequence, which is playing the game. So it's a bit like your comics, the cutscenes of a computer game, and then you play the mission. So as you work through, the story progresses and you carry on through the game. So it's got a nice little system to it in that respect. So there's zombies and other things going on there. Comes with figures, and you can download and print scenery for it. So the idea, Z War 1 is the world's first episodic comic book board game, as they put it. It blends classic survival horror and RPG themes with intense tactical combat and an epic comic book narrative to provide a cinematic and truly unique gaming experience. What we played exceptionally well and couldn't roll above a 2 on a D10 most of the game, which was hilarious to watch.
I'm glad I wasn't involved in that for the change.
They said this is probably the worst playthrough they'd seen, which was great comment.
They haven't seen me yet.
So we didn't do too well on the mission, but it was good fun. So this comes with part 1, part 2, and another little expansion, which I think is I can't remember the name of it, but it is in the box. We'll find out when we open it.
Okie doke.
So a lot to go with. So what we decided, this game is also set in the UK, which is novel for a zombie game. They're normally set in the US. In the second one in Exodus, the story rolls around Glasgow, so that kind of sold me on it. So we'll play through this, and when the other Kickstarter comes out, by then hopefully we'll have completed all the missions in this and put it all on camera, and then we can go straight into the next one, which will be set up here.
I'm dying to do a game on camera with progression. I mean, I love campaign games. I love games where you can actually build on your character and make it what you want it to be, you know, sort of.
Well, the nice thing about this is it's co-op.
RPG
so we're not
light.
actually fighting each other for a change. We'd be trying to complete the missions together. It says 1 to 4 player campaign, so we can get other people involved. When we played Exodus, there was just 2 characters on the board, and I believe that was up to 5 players, and the 5th player was basically a GM who controls monsters. Other than that, the AI works quite well to focus the zombies onto noise, visual components. They always move towards the people, but once they get within a certain range, they start picking up the smell of the humans and move faster. In one of the expansions with this, I think it introduced a dog which can be used to transfer equipment.
Yep, cool.
So that's quite nice. So what we'll do is we'll crack open the box and we'll take a look at what comes with it. So,
speaking of good zombie games, I'm really excited about the Walking Dead PC and PlayStation game.
You guys were talking about that online
the other day, it looks amazing.
So what we've got here are part 1, part 2 of the books, the mission book, lots of tokens, so plenty of counters. God knows what all these counters are, but they will come more apparent during the game. Obviously stairs, weapons, bitten and active characters and stuff.
Yep.
Sheet of doors, which are quite nice. Some more counters, what looks like barricades, I think. And some more doors.
There's already stuff in this I'm looking at it going, we can do 3D versions of this. Like, instead of just the cardboard. I mean, the cardboard door standees are really good. I like that anyway.
The zombie side doors might fit with this quite nicely as well, which we've got the 3D doors for that.
Yeah, the modern zombie side.
The tiles are all double-sided. The artwork on them is really nice. As you can see, lots of detail on the rooms. Lots of nice little detailing in the rubbish and things that are on there.
We'll stick some of this underneath the GoPro in a wee minute and give you a close-up of what they are. These, to me, remind me of like D&D board tiles, but modern day.
Yeah.
So unlike Zombicide, which is very sort of scaled down, you know, it's like a big room is just a small. This is like your standard grid, and things are sort of the size they should be for miniatures that size.
Yeah, there's some pretty nice tiles on there. Don't think I've seen any repeats, which is nice. I think they're all independent designs. Maybe something similar, but not fully duplicated.
Yep, so that gives us 2, 3, 4.
And a couple of half tiles as well, looks like, or at least 8 half tile.
8 full-size tiles, double-sided. And yep, that's exactly half. 2 of those. So it's giving you quite a bit of combination you can do for different maps.
Yeah, so what you see in the missions is, looks like there might be 4 tiles per. Yeah, and some longer, thinner strip.
We're cheating, we're looking ahead.
You've seen what all the different missions are. So this gives you, I think, the breakdown for the games that are actually in the book with some extra bits, because that supply run is the first mission in book 1 of this. So, I mean, the artwork for the comic's really good as well, really characterful. Yeah, supply run, it's the same, so they've just made it in the book for an easy reference by the looks of it. So, Damnation Part 1 includes the how to play section. So, all the rules for the game, different outcome rolls and things, how the infected move, all your different items and objectives, and what they call the director's cut, which I think takes, what was the comic book campaign, it adds the evil director.
So you like it hard, it makes it more difficult.
Yeah, so it adds in a director who is basically the GM who controls the zombies and makes it, plays against you a little bit more. Perks that you can buy for your character by the looks of it. And then into the comic book, which this is the artwork for the comic, which tells the story. When you get to the part of the story where something's about to happen, cuts to the actual game, and then you play through, which is really nice. So,
actually, we were talking to the guy who did the artwork for the comic, was at the ChillCon, and I was talking to him a wee bit, and his stuff's brilliant. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
We were saying that the guy that actually designed the game was saying how long it takes to actually get through designing it, because it's a progression system. You need, every time you make a change, you need to play all the way through from the beginning to see how it affects everything going through. So I think he said he started the original plan for the game back in 2010. Obviously went to Kickstarter in 2015 and was released in 2016. So I believe this next one, which finished last week, which was on I think the 3rd of October, is due for release next August. So he says that most of it's ready to go, so he's hoping to deliver sooner, but that's sort of the level where he's at, just to make sure, which is quite cool. Oh, look, snake eyes. So what we've also got here is the character boards, which have their stats for unarmed melee, infection checks and things like that. So it's not everyone's standard. So different people are better at melee than others, and it also gives you your starting equipment list, which for her would be a pistol and a crossbow. I think these two are part of the expansion, Agent Z expansion. Yep, they are.
Okay.
Goose is from one of the expansions, I believe, as well. So these are your 4 characters. Yep, that comes with the game as standard. So you've got Kat, Victor, Sam, and Cole, who seem to be occupying the sort of the medic the leader and all that kind of idea, I believe. Wondering if that's wounds, as it ends in dead, so the stage of infection.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they look nice solid boards, really.
Yeah, it's
probably the same thickness
it
as
is same as the actual
tiles, which is really nice. So there's not much flex in them, which is a nice thing about them. So yeah, Goose comes with his dog, Luger. So that's cool. So that's those. That's the extra ones, which is Goose, Han, and is that Jack, who are in the expansion.
Yep.
So here you have your character track sheet, which has the game turns, the hero XP levels, ammunition for your weapons and things, and other bits and bobs.
Ammo tracking. Good.
Now I believe in the next one, because it was on the boards, I think I saw it in the Kickstarter, is the gun, the character sheets come with the weapons on it with the ammo tracker as a dial.
Ah.
So you don't use this anymore. I think you just have a dial which shows the ammo track as you shoot through it.
Okay.
It's quite nice. Quite a large deck of cards, which I will crack open. He says. One day remember to have a knife when we're doing an unboxing.
Never.
Get rid of that. So what we've got, have a look on the back because there's different things. So there's a director's deck, or at least 2 director cards, 3 director cards. Have a look and see what they do in a bit. Search deck, equipment deck. Yeah, more director cards. So there's a nice mix in here of different things. I assume they'll all need to be sorted out into their different piles. Assuming that they don't all go together in some form.
You give me those, I'll have a sort them into the piles while you're
we say that
having
it
a
may
look at
not be
them.
what we do. Your weapons have ratings, so on standard shooting they uses a D8 system. So on standard shooting with a pistol, 1 to 4 would be a miss, 5 would be a knockback, and 6 to 8 would be a kill. That's, I think, on the standard shooting, but you can actually aim, which gives you +2, so you get slightly better at killing things at that point. So like standard pistol would be 1 to 4 as a miss. On a heavy caliber gun, 1 to 3 is a miss, showing that it's slightly better at killing. Yeah. So we've got in here, we've got standees for the doors. The expansion characters, which is the Agent Z expansion. Download the agency rules and mission dossier here. It's a little download link, so we'll go and get that later. And some more plastic resin characters, which I think they got cast by Wordforge Games, Mark Rapson's company, which I think is probably why we got the resin set and not the lead set, because he probably wouldn't have forgiven me if I hadn't. So what we have in here is all the miniatures that come with the box and some of the expansion stuff.
Watch this is when we go through it in the quick start rules, and it says, for your first mission, do not shuffle the deck, use it as it was.
That wouldn't be the first time that's happened.
Nope. Nor the last.
Well, that's true. Read the rules? What are you on about?
Are these broken off the bases?
No. I thought that at first. No, it's the bigger creatures.
Okay.
It's their bases. So I think they may have come off. They just need gluing back on. So there's 3 of those. 18 zombies, which I think are from standard game. So that comes with 22 miniatures, which will be 18 zombies, and then your 4 hero characters. And then the first expansion has these guys and these 2. I know there was an additional bit in the Exodus Kickstarter where some of the zombies will be character models. So I think it's an expansion box, which they will act differently and will have different abilities. So that's quite a nice little touch to it.
Looks like you're getting 3 of each.
6 different
4.
designs.
6, yep.
It's a nice amount of choice.
Yeah, I like this guy with his, I always like it when you get a zombie with the intestines hanging out. Gives a very nice opportunity for some gory painting. Some of them have got bone showing through under the flesh. I'm interested to see how it plays now.
Z War 1. Z War 1 Exodus, which is their second Kickstarter campaign, like I say, finished last week on the 3rd of October, I think it was. There's probably a late pledge option, so we'll put a link to that if there is. Well, we'll put a link to the Kickstarter campaign anyway, and to Dice Sports, so you can have a look at their website. And we'll get a game filmed ASAP.
Did you do the Kickstarter?
Of course I did.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was really interested because of the location setting. It really did appeal to me in that respect. So,
for me, the location thing's pretty cool that it's going to have a bit set in glass. It's always good when you get stuff set in places where you know, because you go, I like the way the game looks and the way it sounds it plays. Now, for me, it's giving me what I thought I was going to get with Darker Darkest. But again, that didn't even have I don't think it had a great campaign mode in it or something.
No, it'd be interesting to dig through the campaign of this and see how it works.
Yeah.
It was definitely a case of you carried on your equipment for Exodus. Whether that was an improvement on this or if it exists in this is yet to be seen.
Okay.
I've not had a chance to read the rules, funnily enough. But we'll do ASAP.
It's a lovely looking game. Box is really nice. Everything about it's well presented.
Artwork's lovely.
Yeah.
The division in here for the different parts of the tiles and everything are nice.
So
the improvements for the second game for the ammo track being on the cards is really nice as well, because I think this, not necessarily clunky is probably not the right word, but it means that one person's having to track everything on this, which means that somebody's responsible for that all the time. So they're basically the guy that maps in D&D. Yes,
I would put those in before the book because that seems to be why they're curving a little.
Quite possibly. And then those.
And then the books.
So yeah, so we'll get it filmed. Well, we'll get it all painted up first, then we'll get it filmed. And be back soon with a playthrough.
Yeah. If it's any good, obviously you'll rush out and buy it straight away, I'd imagine.
Exactly. But yeah, we'll put the links up to the company, to their Kickstarter page and everything on the links, so that if you want to jump in on it, good on you.
As I say, again, we have to make this point. We're not sponsored by anyone. This is purely just
something we were interested in and we put the money forward for it. So yeah, I have heard good things about it. Mark Rapson from Wordforge Games was trying to get me to buy it for ages, and then was miffed that I didn't buy it from him back to me. Sorry, Mark. We have it now. There are some more expansions to get for this one.
Yep.
I think there's 3 mini expansions that go down for this. I think one might be part 3 as well.
Ooh, it's coming up to Christmas.
So yeah, we'll be back soon. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys. I don't know what to do with my hands. I never know what to do with my hands.
Don't do that.
Hi guys, welcome back to Geekzilla. Today we're going to be having a look at a game that I'll remember the name of in a second.
Z War 1.
Yeah.
Damnation.
It's my turn to do this now. You did this last time. So you do the next bit in, which is we are introductions and all that sort of jazz.
Mike, this is this is Gavin.
Research.
Best done before you do the video. Hi there, I'm Mike. This is Goaf. We're going to be looking at.
Once I put my phone away.
Yeah.